Alright, Gachi fans, it's been what, 2 weeks since we last met up? And to be honest, we didn't miss much. I definitely just capped. We missed a whole lot, right? We got the Manga app, which I don't know if you guys have already saw the video, and I'm not sure if I'm already gonna be putting this video up around the same time. It might be the same day, but I made a video basically discussing in length, well, I wouldn't even say discussing, I was more so ranting about the Manga app and how trash it is, and just why didn't they follow Viz, Shonen Jump, you know, the Shueisha archetype of subscription-based services, right? That would have made them way more money than they could have ever anticipated instead of giving us this lowball trash. This chapter wasn't really anything too crazy, right? It was just more so picking up where we left off with the whole Zanka and Jabber fight. Oh, and by the way, the translations we're gonna talk about that as well, because that'll actually make this video a little longer and, you know, basically give you guys a little bit more lore as to what's going on. So like I said, this whole chapter was, in a nutshell, the fight. Very, very sick paneling, by the way. I don't know if this panel that I'm showing in particular, you know, the one that I did with the thumbnail, I don't know if it was like that originally, but big shout out to Pair2 for putting this together, right? Like, this looked really, really dope. And the conversation, oh my God, dude, there was some super sick shots, right? More sick than the one I showed. It's the one of Jabber, you know, he's powering up, bro. He's getting ready to unleash hell on Zanka, and as you can see, Zanka is in fear. You can see Zanka is in fear because he doesn't know how he's gonna handle this. And to be honest, I don't know if he's going to be able to. Weirdly enough, the dialogue is what really caught me off guard, because what it shows me is that Jabber is a bit of a show-off, right? He's not even just a bit of a show-off, he's a huge show-off. He likes to show off moves that he has, and he likes to, you know, put all of his stuff on display. Really, really cool thing that I picked up on as we move on, right? And he's just fucking up Zanka. He even came up with a move called Stormy Weather, which actually looks really sick, right? But again, Jabber has said it numerous times, right? In this entire, like, fiasco, this whole showdown, like, this is the first time that he's gotten to show off, right? It's the first time that he's gotten to really be himself, as opposed to, like, you know, oh man, I'm sick of, I gotta listen to what Zodil said, man. Like, he doesn't want me to go all out, so I'm not gonna go all out. I'm just gonna do what I have to do at a minimum pace. That's why I'm always sad and depressed. And when I actually get into a battle and I almost go there, I can't go there. You know what I mean? That's what this came off as. Bro, it was literally the Jabber highlight reel. He was just beating the dog shit out of Zanka. Like, no holds barred, bro. There's moments where I saw Zanka show a little bit of, like, crack in the shield, right? Like a little crease in the armor, but this looked like his whole armor fell off and he just didn't know what he was dealing with, bro. Weirdly enough, even though it was a short chapter, what Jabber said at the end really resonated with me, right? And you see him standing over Zanka and he says, checkmate? As if he's surprised that he got this far. You know what I mean? Like, checkmate? This is it? This is all you got, Zanka? I thought you had more. Funny enough, it goes with how short the chapter was. Because as confused as I was with the whole checkmate, I was confused with 13 pages or like 15 pages or something like that. Maybe it was more than that. I'm not too sure. And I was like, holy hell, this is kind of short. But they're just coming off a Golden Week break. And I think Kyudana is going on another break as well. Maybe. I don't know if he is. I don't know if he isn't. Kudos, right? This chapter, it was more so, like I said, it's always those moments where the art speaks for itself. And it shows you the duality of the situation again, right? Because you can see in this, Zanka is fighting for his life. Meanwhile, Jabber is having so much fun, right? Jabber is having the time of his life. It's like, I get to be free, I get to do fun stuff, I get to do all of the things I've always wanted to do, and man, thank you for allowing me to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? It's such an interesting, like, stretch. On to other things that are important in the Gachiakuta universe. Now, the homie who runs the Gachiakuta fan page got some new terminology, right? And I'm not sure that I am a fan of these. So, Jinky is now known as Vital Instruments. That sounds trash, right? Jinky sounds absolutely amazing. Barrent Beasts are now known as Trash Beast. Energy is Anima, right? This is getting really weird. Contamination Zone, polluted zone. Not sure if I vibe with that. Vandals are now known as the Raiders, which sounds stupid, right? Forbidden zone, no man's land. I don't like that. Heaven, sphere. Abyss people, ground people. Sounds dumb. The abyss, the pit, that kind of, I guess I'm okay with that. Sky people, spherite, celestial. So they're known as celestials, which is kind of interesting. And then the boundary and the border, that's one of the ones that we kind of had a war about. So now we're getting into the name changes, right? So Zodil is still Zodil. Typhon, Aisha is still Aisha, but spelt different. Jabber, Zonka, you know, all of that is the same. Katoni, all the same. Gris, instead of Gris Lubion, is Gris Rubion. I don't like this one because I can't fucking pronounce this one, right? So Nelda Hugh Omozo, I think it's still Nerda Hugh Omozo. That shit sounds stupid, but whatever. And then you got Ala Corvus, and it's Arca Corvus this time. Tomzy is Tomzy, but spelt with an S. Dia Santa is now Dear Santa, and Grot Santa is now Bro Santa. I don't know if I like that. And then this is the one that definitely pissed me off. I really liked Love Stick, right? I thought Love Stick was genuinely the funniest name for Zonka's Jinky, right? And then Dumbbell, I don't remember which one that was, but it's now called Thirst Quencher. This is idiotic, bro. This is just super idiotic. So now, a homie took notes, right? So with swearing, you know, it's calling people turd brains now. And then apparently Rudo's dad abused him. We knew that. Mother isn't mentioned anymore. We still don't know what happened to his hands. That is true. Anyone can have a Jinky, but not everyone can be a giver. I think we came to that conclusion before, but I'm not too sure. You'll have to correct me and remind me if I've said that in any of my videos. Jinkies can be passed down and or inherited. Multiple people can have used the same item, but their individual power may alter. We've talked about that, right? Jinkies have multiple forms, but possibly mega forms. We also talked about this. We talked about this in the Amo chapter, and we talked about this in the last Jabber chapter. We actually talked about that. Now, this is the one that I thought was interesting because we've talked about it before, right? The angel dropped someone off in the sphere and then went to go see Recto, right? So we assumed that the angel, that both the angels went to the sphere. We assumed they went there, and I asked that question in my video. I said, where did the other one go? Where did the other one disappear to? And then this caught me off guard too. After Rudo was exiled, the angel returned alone shortly after. We came to that conclusion. Remember, that was in the whole timeline thing that I created, right? I said that it wouldn't make, like, it all lines up, right? It wouldn't make sense if the angel had just had still been up there and then left, you know what I mean? So things are still going on up there. They go on to say it's implied that the angels and the raiders have some type of connection. Jabber seems to know of this person and doesn't like them. I don't remember Jabber saying anything about knowing the angels and whatnot. I don't remember that. But Zodil, we knew Zodil was the new boss of the Raiders, right? We already knew this. But back to the Angel and the Raiders connection, we've already, well, AKA the Vandals, right? We've already hypothesized this, saying that the Angels were like a split faction of the Raiders. They were there with the former Vandal boss. Jesus Christ, I'm still getting that mixed up. With the former Raider boss, right? It was cool with the former Raider boss. When Zodil off the other one, they kind of like split, right? And the Angel faction went off and still did their things, because remember, Zodil said it before, we will do whatever it takes to get these things. And that even included, you know, usurping the former Raider boss. And the Angels, they didn't kill. That's an important note, right? We've talked about this before. It's very important to note that they don't kill. They just neutralize for a quick second, right? They don't kill you. They just knock you out. Super interesting to note. And then they go on to say, after purchasing all chapters, I can say the app isn't worth it, right? I can say the app isn't worth it. The app itself needs many changes. Please save your money to buy the official volumes until further notice. Translations aren't bad, but it seems inconsistent. It does read more smoother, but overusing words. And I don't like that. I genuinely don't like that, because I think that's a bad look for the series. And I think that it is a bad look just overall, because we've talked about it before, especially in the other video. I told you guys that this app is super trash. It follows the Manga Up agenda, right? The pricing scheme of Manga Up, and I completely disagree with that whole model. I think that model is bad. I think it's bad for business. They're gonna not only ruin their own app, but they're gonna ruin their own service. And you guys know what happens when services get ruined. The whole thing gets shut down. People lose jobs and stuff like that. We're gonna lose the manga overseas, and you know, stuff is just gonna go bad. But anyways, man, let me know what y'all thought about that chapter down below. Let me know what y'all thought about the notes that I just rambled off. I'm definitely gonna make sure I have the screenshots and the original tweet links in the description, just so y'all can go give the homie a follow, because they've been helping me out with Gachi stuff, and you know, we've been going back and forth with all of it. If you are new to the channel and have yet to subscribe, make sure you go down below, hit the link in the description, do all of that, support your boy. We are vastly and fastly moving to 10K. That's where I want to be by the end of the summer. If y'all can help your boy out, I would definitely appreciate that, because there's more big things to come. Anyways, let me get to editing this video. With that being said, it's your boy xDomoSenpaix, and I will catch you guys in the next video.